get the crowd in here.
Yeah.
ABC, always be closing.
Tonight, the shark's out of the tank, and he's hitting the streets for an all-new 2020, The Sell Game.
I can teach anybody to sell anything.
Giving you the lowdown for your last-minute Christmas shopping.
Sweaters for sale.
Our hidden cameras rolling as he whispers in your ear all the secrets and tricks they use to get inside your mind and your wallet.
I love that, the compliment clothes.
In this season of giving, he's giving you the secret to success for free.
Oh, man.
Shop Talk. Plus, alarmed? You should be at the hard sale tactics of some door-to-door salesman of home security systems.
Anybody recording this?
Yeah, we are. And we're going undercover, asking tough questions.
Can I get a drink of water? Is that okay? I'm having a little trouble speaking.
Home Alone or Home Alarm? And she's bringing a dying town back alive.
I make pretty good money.
Detroit's pint-sized queen of closing the deal the right way.
Now, how about a $100 bill, sweetheart? Oh my.
Tonight, cameras rolling coast to coast. How the secrets of the sale can change your life.
You could be naked wearing this.
When we return, here's David Muir and Elizabeth Vargas.
Good evening. If you're in a rush to finish up your Christmas shopping, and who isn't, have we got some help for you. A shark by your side, the humankind, to make sure you don't get bit. And it's none other than Shark Tank's very own Robert Herjavec.
That's right, Elizabeth, the guy who's bought and sold almost more than anyone else, filling you in on the mind games that some salespeople use to close that holiday deal. And in the process, teaching you how to shop like a shark. With ABC's Hannah Storm, he gives us a master class tonight in how not to get fooled.
Stand on that key mark over there and look at the camera.
What exactly are the tricks of the trade when it comes to selling? 2020 decided to find out, dropping by this New York job fair
Here's your microphone.
to find contestants
Count to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
for a challenge from Shark Tank's Robert Herjavec.
I can teach anybody to sell anything with one caveat, if they want to change their life.
What makes you an expert in selling?
Everything I know about sales, I've done wrong. I got burnt, and I had to recover. Now I know how to do it.
All right, kids, here we go. Stand by.
To put him to the test, we started by asking folks at the job fair to step forward and sell us this pen.
It has ink.
I'm talking a pen that won't blow away with a stiff breeze.
It's hot.
The Kardashians are carrying this pen.
Is there a type of personality that makes a better salesperson?
I don't think so. Great salespeople come in all shapes and sizes and colors.
So you don't have to be an extrovert necessarily?
I think you can learn that quality.
When he's not on Shark Tank, the multimillionaire runs a successful IT security company. But nothing came easily. His parents escaped communist Yugoslavia when he was just 8. It was a difficult transition for the family, and Robert witnessed the dark arts of salesmanship up close.
When you were young, a salesperson took advantage of your mother.
He sold us a vacuum cleaner, the top of the line Rolls-Royce of vacuum cleaners, and we lived in this tiny little apartment. I hated the fact that somebody took advantage of my family. On the flip side of it, though, it fascinated me that some guy could come in and sell my mother something she really doesn't need. And I said, that's an art. It could be used for good, and it could be used for bad.
Get yourself a red pen for the holidays.
But can the art be taught to anybody?
This is something you need to stand out.
Just 99 cents.
$1.99. Would you like to buy it and also write my number?
In the end, 6 pen pitchers stood out and became our sales challenge semifinalists.
My name is Lauren.
Jordan.
It's Brittany. It's Monica.
Steven.
Debbie Renee.
Time to meet the master.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Robert. Welcome.
Our shark leads a sales boot camp for the contestants.
You have to know your product. Don't lie. Crappy salespeople are liars. Listen more than you talk. Simple is better. You can't be successful unless you master sales.
With anything?
With anything. I mean, think about the president.
Good to see you, man. How you been?
He has to get Congress to see his way. What does a student who just graduated have to do? He or she has to sell himself. You know what sales is? hand-to-hand combat. Looking at somebody in the whites of their eyes and getting them to do something.
And that's where the mind games come in, often without the customer even realizing what's happening.
A great salesperson is a chameleon. They have to change colors and stripes depending on who they're selling to.
And it all begins with the look on your face.
What is the absolute most critical thing to do when you're selling something?
Smile. Be friendly.
Damn. Very good. That's it. You got to smile. You've got to be engaged, right?
Engagement is one thing, closing is another. For that, Robert reveals 5 classic techniques. These are the secrets of the sale. First, the standing room only close, where the seller tells the customer that the product is in great demand.
Jordan, close me using the standing room close for this board.
We've had people coming in by the dozen for that board.
The best time close, getting a customer to commit by making them believe there's no time like the present.
Steven, what's the best time close?
There's no better time to purchase this board than right now.
Right now. You got to create a sense of urgency.
Right now.
Great.
The artisan close, emphasizing the art and craftsmanship.
Use the artisan close for me on the board.
The board was made by a team of professional board makers in...
That's right. It was made in Italy by a team of professional board makers. Look at the quality of it. Look at the depth of it. Not many boards are this good, huh?
The compliment close, pointing out the customer's great qualities.
Debbie Renee, by the way, you look great today. I love your hair.
Thank you.
I know you tricked me. Sell me this board with a compliment.
You look good standing behind that.
Well, I've been working out.
Yeah, you look really good.
I don't like to use this unless it's genuine. I think people pick up on it when you're fake.
Finally, the concession close, offering something in return for buying the product.
Concession. Lauren, give me a concession close for this board.
Once you buy this board, you get a free easel. You get a free easel.
As a consumer, how should you be aware of these tactics?
It doesn't matter what technique you're being sold with, as long as you accept the fact somebody is always selling you something. And don't let somebody get you to do something that you don't want to do. Steven, let's go.
As boot camp comes to an end, our shark will pick only 3 to move on to the final round.
First person that I picked was Brittany. You have a great personality, you seem naturally happy, and you have a great smile. So welcome, Brittany. Next person I picked was Lauren. I like the way that you were presenting. And the third person I picked was Steven. He's a little quiet, but there's a subtle confidence.
Now it's time to send our 3 finalists into battle to see if they can apply what they've learned. And what will they be trying to sell? These ugly sweaters from a company Robert liked so much, he invested in it.
So here's my offer to you. $100,000 for 10%.
We accept your offer.
Excellent, guys. Thank you.
Up next,
Come on over, see our holiday sweaters.
Nice to
we throw our finalists into the deep end.
I think this would be great for you.
But they won't be swimming alone.
Tell them about the sale.
The shark is in their ear. Will the customers bite?
No.
Stay with us.
2020 continues with the Sell Game. Once again, Hannah Storm.
You could be naked wearing this.
Get the crowd in here
Isn't that cute? Would you take that in a kid size?
and sell.
This is my sale.
Always be closing.
It's opening day at a holiday market in New York City's Union Square. The arena for our sales smackdown. We tricked this booth out with hidden cameras and adorned it with our tacky Christmas sweaters.
Whoever sells the most wins.
Shark Tank's Robert Herjavec has taught these wannabe salespeople some of the psychological sleights of hand the pros use.
The standing room only.
Now we're perched in our mobile command van, where our shark will play sales whisperer,
That woman's looking at one.
talking directly to our contestants through a wireless earpiece,
So maybe reach out to them.
helping them close the sale.
and go over to those kids and start closing them.
Each competitor will be in the booth for 30 minutes. First up, Brittany.
I think I got this.
Can you hear us? Never turn your back to the customer.
Okay.
Always stay forward to them.
Got it.
Brittany quickly conjures up some customers. Then she attempts one of the sales techniques, the compliment close.
See, it's my favorite. I love it.
Ooh, Brittany, I love that. The compliment close. I like it.
Brittany turns the compliments into cash.
All right, great. Go to the next guy. That sale is done. Move on. Bang.
Hey, ladies, how you doing?
But as the clock ticks, the flow of customers dries up. Out of desperation, Brittany starts singing.
Ugly Christmas sweaters, Tipsy Elves Christmas sweaters, want some fancy sweaters.
Still no customers?
Others,
Robert tells her to get even louder.
Yell sweaters for sale. Don't be afraid to be loud. You got to get people to come in.
Sweaters for sale, guys. Sweaters for sale.
It works. Another customer.
Hey, are you buying a sweater today?
Don't let her look away. Keep her engaged.
I think this would be great for you. Okay. Yeah.
Score.
Great. Thank you so much. How much are they? They are 45.
When these new customers stroll up, Brittany deploys the artisan clothes. After all, these are well-made ugly sweaters.
They're made out of pure acrylic. They won't shrink.
To seal the deal, Robert steers Brittany to the best time close.
Tell them you're only here for the day. It's a limited run.
Only here for today.
But she stumbles.
Limited. Thank you. You're welcome.
And watches her customer get away.
Brittany, why didn't you sell them a sweater?
Because I forgot to grab her by the arm. Back here.
Let's make one more sale.
Would you like to try on a sweater?
1 minute.
Christmas sweaters for sale, guys.
5,
Super good in it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Brittany.
Nice job. All right.
Good job.
Next up, Lauren.
Ready to go sell some Tipsy Elf sweaters.
Lauren, can you hear us?
Lauren. Okay. Can I get this in a large? Yes, you sure can.
Right off the bat, Lauren gets a sale. But then, a losing streak.
All right, Lauren, we got to get people into the booth.
Hey guys, we got some really fun holiday sweaters over here.
No customers for 11 excruciating minutes.
This is hard.
Finally, Lauren gets a bite.
Those are so funny. They are, right? See?
Lauren shows off her newfangled sales skills, starting with the standing room only clothes.
They were actually seen on Shark Tank as well.
Then pivoting to the concession clothes.
And if you buy right now, I would take an extra $5 off. What size do you think you might want? You can try one on.
Yes, good girl.
Medium and women's, right?
She nailed that, right?
That was fantastic. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to cry.
Yes, they're running away from Santa Claus.
Then Lauren faces one of the toughest challenges for any salesperson, the indecisive customer, otherwise known as the waffler.
Oh no, she's trying it on. It's going to take so long.
That one fits you nicely.
Okay, seriously, has that woman tried every piece of inventory?
every sweater.
She's got to get this woman to a decision point. But it's hard. You don't want to be too pushy. Lauren, go back to that woman. Tell her to buy 2 sweaters. She owes you 2 sweaters.
All right, so I know at this point you're going to buy at least 2 sweaters, right?
With seconds to spare, Lauren reels in the waffler.
Under the wire.
Awesome job, Lauren. What did that woman end up buying?
1 sweater, 2 jumpsuits.
That's fantastic. Good
Fantastic.
job.
Nice job.
All right.
Next up, Steven.
Feeling good, I'm ready. Sell some sweaters.
He had no problem getting customers' attention.
Holiday sweaters.
Yeah, you're kind of the talk of the market right now.
Really? The tacky sweater.
Yeah, they're saying the guy with the belt.
They're totally flirting with him.
Yeah, I know. It's not the dating game, it's the selling game.
Maybe you should be in a different contest.
Tell her she'd look great in it to try it on.
You want to try it on?
While the flirty women are busy checking out the merchandise, a casual browser strolls by. Yeah, get this guy.
Holiday sweaters, folks. Here today only, 1 more hour, 30% off. These make great gifts. How much are these? Online they're normally $65. Here they're $45. We'll take $5 more off, so $40.
Tell the guy he's more than welcome to try it on.
You want to try it on? Jen, try it on.
That guy was just walking by and we brought him in. Closed him.
Holiday sweater? I'm looking. You're just looking? Okay.
Actually, it's not okay. Steven needs another sale. Our shark uses the other customer as bait.
Did he react
Ask
to the
the
guy?
lady to turn around to the guy behind her and tell her how good it is.
Can you turn around and tell the guy behind you how fantastic this is?
I'm swimming in this loveliness right now.
Sir, how can I make you look fabulous for Christmas?
Sir, how can I make you look fabulous for Christmas?
The tactics pay off. Our bearded friend bites.
Okay, I'm just going to get these two.
Okay.
As for the admiring females, well, they bought too. So all in all, a good round for Steven.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
What are your impressions?
Theory is one thing, the real world's a different thing.
All right, well, let's go back and talk to them, okay?
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. I would give you some feedback, but there can only be one winner. Lauren, I thought you have a natural quality about you that makes you very endearing. You tend to get a little discouraged every now and then.
Nothing to lose.
What about Brittany?
I think you had a great attitude. If you were frustrated, you never really showed it.
Tipsy Elves Christmas sweaters.
Steven, you took somebody who had no interest and converted them into sales.
You want to try it on?
So congratulations. Like we said, there can only be one winner.
Well, we spared no expense here with this trophy. Here we go. The winner, Brittany.
Brittany, congratulations.
$425 in sales in a half hour. Not bad.
So maybe our shark was right. Great salespeople aren't born, they're made.
If I had to tell you one key to success, it's mastering sales. If you can master sales, everything will be easy for the rest of your life.
Next, they're knocking on your door. Home alarm salesmen. But it's their hard sale that could be truly alarming.
Guys, nice people in sales, you don't make any money. Go to McDonald's.
When the sell game continues. The Sell Game continues on 2020. Here's Brian Ross.
A quiet neighborhood on the north side of Chicago. And on this day, a stranger comes knocking, a door-to-door salesman. What the salesman does not know is that inside, the house has been rigged with hidden cameras, all part of a 2020 investigation into the hard sell tactics of some in the billion-dollar business of door-to-door sales of home alarm systems.
The door-to-door sales is fraught with problems, and this industry has enormous problems.
Watch this rare video of a door-to-door sales training session.
Guys, nice people in sales, you don't make any money. Go to McDonald's.
His name is Adam Shands, owner of the AP Alarm Protection Company. For him, everyone is fair game, even homes with signs outside that say, no soliciting.
You guys knock those doors? Anybody recording this? Shut it off. You're not allowed to record. You knock every no soliciting door, guys. Why?
There's money.
They're easy, he says. Among his top sales closers, this man, Jake Dahl, leading a motley crew this day of door-to-door salespeople in Alabama. Dahl is considered so good, he too has taught training classes for several companies. One of them caught on this tape, obtained by 2020, using a trainee as a straight man, as he acts out how to first get in the door, starting with a big lie about who he works for.
Hey, I work for GE.
Pause it. He doesn't know anybody at GE.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. He doesn't know anybody from GE.
One of a cascade of lies and half-truths and purposeful confusion on the tape, according to Ben Kirk, a former salesman who recorded the session and used to work with Dahl.
He's that good because he can just change your mind. He can knock you out, as we say.
They're looking for the ADT signs. Kirk, who has worked for a lot of door-to-door sales companies, is now coming forward on 2020 after a falling out to reveal what he calls the hard sell tactics used by the door-to-door salespeople who give the industry a bad name.
So they have ADT. Yeah, and then I'd knock this for sure.
It starts, he says, by finding homes that already have home alarm systems from big companies like ADT.
Well, if it's an older sign, it's a juicy sign.
Kirk says he was taught to look on the back of the ADT sign.
Right here it says 2007.
To find when the system was installed, and then pretend to be from ADT or GE, which makes alarm system equipment.
It's definitely a target there.
It's called the takeover or switchover, as seen on the white board behind Jake Dahl in this video.
I saw you using one of our systems with ADT.
The customer in the switchover is led to believe it's just an upgrade of an existing ADT system with new monitoring equipment.
It's just a monitoring company.
No, it's not. In fact, it would be an entirely new company with a 5-year contract.
I'll do it for free.
Not free at all. The total cost could be about $3,000 over 5 years. ADT is now suing Dahl's company, but the company owner says Dahl no longer teaches those takeover or switchover tactics, and that the company makes sure its customers know what they're signing up for.
This is ADT Security. Are you all right?
But ADT, the biggest of the home security systems, says thousands of its customers have been stolen away by a number of unscrupulous rivals.
This is the worst year we've seen so far. Lying and swindling people into unknowingly switching their monitoring company.
ADT's general counsel, David Blyce, says his company too uses door-to-door salespeople, but now he's going to war against those he says lie and cheat. He paid Ben Kirk $2,500 for this video.
In my view, it's a clear violation of the laws.
Among those who say they were fooled by door-to-door salespeople is Terry Trout of Oakland Park, Florida.
And he said, I saw your ADT sign, and we're in the neighborhood upgrading the keypads. Just by the way he said it, it sounded like he was ADT.
Trout says only as he was signing a new 5-year contract did he realize it was not ADT, but a company called Vision Security. Trout says he felt pressured to go along with the switch and didn't raise the issue for several weeks.
Basically felt like I had been had.
Vision Security says there was no effort to deceive Trout, but they let him out of his contract anyway. Vision Security, which is headquartered in Orem, Utah, has now been sued by ADT. Vision settled for more than $2 million and blamed any problems on rogue salespeople. When we showed up, the bosses and the salespeople accused of deception were nowhere to be found.
Hello?
But there was a sign indicating Vision Security was accredited by the Better Business Bureau. And what was their grade?
They have an F.
Jane Driggs is the executive director of the Better Business Bureau in Utah, home for at least 6 security companies that have earned D or F grades.
They should be honest and ethical. You're going to someone's door.
And in big cities, another trick of the trade to get in the door is the use of scare tactics about crime.
Due to an increase in residential burglaries and property crimes in your area, ADT will be giving you a free ADT home security alarm system.
It sounded like a great offer from ADT, but it wasn't.
That is not ADT. I can absolutely guarantee you it's not the ADT direct side.
And the people doing it picked the wrong home to target, the home of our consumer reporter, the ABC News fixer Stephanie Zimmerman, where we set up hidden cameras to catch it all on tape.
There's one overhead, there's one hidden in a shopping bag, and then one here is actually hidden in a water bottle.
Once the supposed ADT salesperson arrived, Robert Hall, he immediately announced he was not from ADT. So what about those phone calls saying ADT was coming to the door? Hall told Zimmerman that call was made by someone else.
ADT will be giving you a free ADT home security alarm system.
Are you guys ADT?
No, I'm not ADT.
But then said he could provide an ADT system if that's what was wanted.
If you want ADT, we can do that for you.
ADT told us this person was not an authorized ADT dealer and could not offer an ADT system. It was time to find out who he was and who he worked for.
Excuse me 1 second here. How you doing? Hi, Brian Ross from ABC News 2020. How are you?
Good, how are you?
We're doing a story about people like yourself.
Okay.
Now, this woman was contacted on behalf of ADT. You've just told her you can sell her an ADT system. Is that true?
What I mentioned is I can send a technician over to...
Now, you just said you can offer her an ADT system.
Sir, will you please allow me to answer the question?
Are you an ADT dealer? Are you saying that?
I'm not an ADT dealer myself. Can I actually finish what I'm saying? You know what, can I get a drink of water? Is that okay? I'm having a little trouble speaking.
It turns out that Hall owns his own little security company called Choice Home Protection. He's not ADT, but says he has a friend who is an ADT dealer and gave him Zimmerman's name, sharing what salespeople call leads.
It's very possible for leads to be transferred from one company to another. It's pretty industry standard in the alarm.
ADT said that was not supposed to happen and fired the ADT dealer who shared the leads with Hall.
You're in the door thanks to false pretenses.
That's not the case at all.
Hall later claimed he's a victim of the actions of others. Whoever was responsible for getting him in the door, the tactics did not work on this day.
Next, we're going car shopping undercover. You know them from their ads.
And it all starts here.
But do those CarMax salesmen tell you everything you need to know?
We're actually with 2020.
Oh, good.
Not for long. When the Sell Game returns.
Now, we all know the reputations of some used car salesmen getting those lemons off the lot as fast as they can. But there's a dealer called CarMax that says they'll take the guesswork out of whether or not you're getting a safe used car. Tonight here, 2020 going undercover to see if some of those CarMax dealer chains deliver what they promise. Here's Gio Benitez getting wired for sound.
2020 is going undercover for a used car shopping trip in Connecticut.
All right, we're ready.
But we're not going into just any used car lot. This is CarMax.
There's a great place to find high-quality cars without the hassles.
In its ubiquitous commercials, CarMax says it's transformed used car buying with no haggling over pricing, and most importantly, its vaunted 125-plus point inspection process. That every car it sells goes through a rigorous evaluation to make sure you don't end up with a lemon.
That's the car.
Lori McIsaac of Buena Park, California, says she fell hard for that CarMax sales pitch, buying this sweet-looking 2004 Buick Rainier last year.
You thought you were getting a safe car?
For sure.
But just 4 months after driving off the lot, her beloved Buick had a big problem.
Nothing.
It just wouldn't start. CarMax blamed the battery and replaced it at her expense. But Lori says the problem kept resurfacing. Then, one day, while pulling away from this intersection, Lori says one of her wheels literally blew up, spewing metal all over the street.
That must have been pretty scary.
It was, because I didn't know what had happened.
CarMax refused to take the Buick back, saying it was out of warranty, and blamed her problems on wear and tear. So Lori sued and paid a mechanic to inspect the vehicle. In his opinion, this vehicle is unsafe to operate and will endanger the occupants due to prior collision damage. CarMax strongly denied it was responsible for the Buick's condition, saying it had met their quality standards and that any problems came from Lori's heavy use of the vehicle.
Passed their inspection, so you figure it's good.
People come here trusting. And just listen to this former CarMax service manager. Mike Sanchez says he noticed cases of problem vehicles that somehow slipped through that inspection process. In one instance, a customer complained that the steering wheel of his Lexus had locked up. CarMax took the vehicle back and says it was fixed by a Lexus dealer before they resold it. But just 6 months later, the new owner complained of, you guessed it, a locking steering wheel.
I couldn't believe it. Putting a customer in a car that was unsafe would be wrong if I simply just didn't say anything.
Sanchez alerted management about the Lexus. Weeks later, he was fired. In a lawsuit, he alleges that it was because he raised safety issues. CarMax said it was because of prior poor performance, and that no employee would ever be fired for appropriately expressing concerns. The dispute is heading to arbitration.
I had integrity, and it hurt me that the company would not care about that.
So what do CarMax salespeople tell your average customer about the cars on their lots? To find out, we visited a CarMax dealership in Hartford, Connecticut. This Mini Cooper sitting on the showroom floor certainly looks immaculate. But like any car buyer, we wanted to make sure it hadn't been in a bad accident, which can cause a vehicle's resale value to plummet.
All the cars you see out here are all ready to go home.
So what does this mean, like no accidents, that kind of stuff?
It doesn't mean that. I could show you on the computer the history report, whether it's had an accident or not.
CarMax offers vehicle history reports to all of its customers using a commercial database. The salesman runs a search on the Mini, and it comes up smelling like roses.
No accidents. Even if it did have an accident, which it does not, we guarantee there is no frame damage on that vehicle. Any vehicle we sell.
Sounds good. But we run a search of the Mini's history on a different service than the one CarMax uses. It showed the car was involved in an accident that was bad enough that a body shop reported that it repaired structural damage. At another CarMax lot in East Haven, Connecticut, this salesman checks the database they use on a Honda CRZ, and it comes up clean.
No accident.
That's right, no accidents. You know, the kind that could set the airbags off.
There's no airbags that went off.
Well, not exactly. Another database revealed that the Honda's airbag had gone off after an accident, and the vehicle had to be towed from the scene.
Another big recall, 1.3 million cars.
Now, there's a lot of alarming news these days about safety recalls, so you might wonder how CarMax deals with these vehicles. Well, we got some reassuring news from that Hartford salesman when we asked about this Toyota Camry.
The major safety concerns, we can't even sell it until that's taken care of. We take care of any kind of safety concern prior to the car even being out here.
But a check of a government database reveals that the CarMax certified Camry has 3 outstanding safety recalls on it, including one for a power switch that could overheat and melt, possibly resulting in a fire. And we find 5 other vehicles sitting on that lot that had unfixed safety recalls.
09.
Despite what the salesman told us, CarMax says it doesn't automatically fix recall vehicles before selling them, only if a customer requests it. CarMax says it fully informs consumers about any open recalls, and they can even look them up online through its website. So we went back to Hartford to ask that salesman why he told us all vehicles with safety recalls were repaired.
We're actually with 2020.
Oh, good.
And last time we spoke with you, you told us that no car on this lot had any safety recalls.
No.
But would it surprise you to see this? Talking about resulting in fire, talking about increasing the risk of a crash.
I couldn't comment to this. I'm not allowed to comment to it, but I know we just started a whole new process where we can actually look all these up online.
CarMax refused to sit down for an interview, but said it was absolutely unacceptable for an associate to misinform a customer about CarMax's recall policy. We also asked that salesman about that Mini Cooper that he said was accident-free, even though another database revealed it had repaired structural damage.
I'm not a mechanic, you're not a mechanic. I haven't physically looked at the car.
CarMax later told us it had that Mini re-inspected and found it had no outstanding structural problems. CarMax added that while it uses a leading vehicle history provider, no accident database is complete, and it trains its sales staff to disclose that to customers. But we never heard that disclosure from our salesman. CarMax also said the comments of the 3 employees shown in our report do not fairly represent its more than 20,000 associates. As for Lori McIsaac, believe it or not, she says she still has to drive that blighted Buick because she can't afford to buy a new vehicle.
What do you say to people who might be looking for a car there?
Don't go by their word. Before you buy it, beware.
Next, she's got what it takes, a natural-born seller.
Always had, I don't know, a little Powerball that keeps me going.
And already our most viewed story, 3 million views and growing on Facebook. Find out why when we come back.
Now that little girl who's already becoming an internet sensation, a super seller without using any tricks. In just 3 days, you have made her the most viewed story in 2020 history on Facebook. 3 million views and growing. Here's Jay Shadler with the reason why.
The name of my company is Super Business Girl.
Okay.
Now today, I am seeking a $20 investment. I'm going to purchase the necessary tools I need to expand and grow my business. Our mission is to recognize the true potential in every child.
11-year-old Asia Newsom could sell dust to a desert, or Detroit to itself.
Detroit is a wonderful place. It's been a lot of negative things on the news, but Detroit is still a great place to start a business. I mean, I sell my candles here. Like, I make pretty good money. So
Asia is co-founder and CEO of Super Business Girl, a little company she runs with her parents, selling homemade candles to buy clothes and food for needy children, as well as her own school supplies.
Were you always good at this kind of thing?
Well, I think so. Since I was about 4 or 5 years old, I always had, I don't know, a little Powerball that keeps me going. Hey, now.
With her dad, Michael, always nearby, we watched Asia make her pitch on sidewalks, markets,
I am seeking a $20 investment.
and city barbershops.
One word to describe her. Fearless.
My name is Asia Newson.
And effective.
Thank you very much. Good doing business with you.
Has she sold you anything?
Of course. She stole my heart.
And not just his.
The name of my company is Scott Super Business.
Aww. Good for you, darling.
Now today, I'm seeking a $20 investment so I can purchase the necessary tools I need to expand and grow my business. And then in return for the $20.
Now, how about a $100 bill, sweetheart?
Oh my.
Look at me, look at me. What? How's that? Awesome. Well, here you go, sweetheart.
Asia's classic power pitch, sealed with a kiss from a stranger. While spending time with Asia, I couldn't help wondering what she would do with that same litmus test we showed you earlier.
If you had to sell that pen to me, how would you go about doing that?
Excuse me, sir. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Well, I'm fantastic. My name is Asia Newson, and I'm known as Detroit's youngest entrepreneur. And I really need you to help me out with this $15 investment. And in return, I'll give you this beautiful gray pen. I mean, like, don't you have a notebook? You really need this.
Where's my wallet? You're good.
So good that even when Asia fails to close a deal,
I do not even have any cash on me.
she usually manages to keep a door open.
And we're actually hosting a bazaar that maybe you might be interested in selling your product.
So I'm training to be an entrepreneur.
For cynics who might be thinking she's just running a glorified lemonade stand here, listen to these folks.
She really understands business concepts a lot better than most adults that I interact with, and it's just a natural thing.
Dave Anderson, along with his partners Mike Ferlito, Amanda Lewin, and Brian Davis, own Bamboo Detroit, a business incubator for startups and entrepreneurs.
Perfect.
A year and a half ago, Dave bought a candle from Asia on the sidewalk.
Go for it.
Filmed their encounter and raved about her sales technique to his partners.
So she came into Bamboo. I'm like, how old are you? When I was 11 years old, I was playing with Power Rangers, and immediately I'm like, let's do this, let's get on board.
So now the company gives Asia free space and internet support to develop her business.
You're going to learn this in this class.
And train other kids in the art of the sale.
They taught me about how much money do I have to invest back into my business.
Bamboo Detroit staff even offered a few tips on how she might improve her celebrated sales pitch.
Like sometimes I can be a little scripted, but when I really add my personality and myself into it, like, excuse me, they're like, oh my God, hi, how are you? Of sure, here's $1 billion.
Here's $1 billion.
I melted some wax and then I poured like scents and dyes in there.
What are some of your dreams for Super Business Girl?
To have Super Business Girl stores and, you know, just different places, like the Walt Disney store.
Oh, right, sure.
They can buy my Super Business Girl merchandise. Excuse me, sir.
But not every sales pitch ends like a Disney movie. Sometimes the magic doesn't work. Cold calls and cold shoulders are just part of the game.
If you just had to pinpoint the few things that people who want to be salespeople do wrong, what are they?
They're not motivated enough.
People give up?
Yes, people give up. Opportunities can walk away like that.
Of course, childhood eventually walks away too. Asia knows that and seems to be preparing for the day.
You know, you're so cute that makes the selling easier.
Well, a little bit, because as I'm getting older, it's not fading away, but just a little bit I have to step up my game. Because it's not going away, but I don't know, it's like fading just a little bit, a little bit.
Where's it going?
I don't know. To other children that I'm teaching.
They say even a candle can push back the darkness. Well, Asia's already sold a lot of candles. And tonight, Detroit's a little brighter for it.
Now today, I am seeking a $20 investment.
And Motown has a new supreme business girl.
I'm the boss of the game, that's what people call me. Now people get it right. My daddy's Money Mike, I'm bona fide. Super Business Girl.
Thanks so much for watching. I'm David Muir.
And I'm Elizabeth Vargas. For all of us here at 2020 and ABC News, have a good night and a great weekend.